when you're buying a house, you're coming with tens of thousands of dollars, many times over $100,000 to the deal. What type of money is acceptable? There are many laws that banks have to adhere to make sure that it's not illegal money, right? It's not drug money, it's not money laundered money, or just for themselves, for their own good, their own, to cover their back. They want to make sure that you didn't borrow the money, and then now there's some debt that they don't know about, and as soon as you close on the house, they look at your liabilities. That's a big part of what they're looking at. They're looking at your monthly income versus your monthly liabilities. Now you have a liability that you didn't disclose. So what the banks will do is they'll ask you for, in most cases, 2 months of bank statements. They're gonna look at your bank statements and they're gonna see, you're coming to the transaction, it's gonna cost you $100,000, that's including closing costs and the down payment, $100,000. So they're gonna look at your 2 months, most recent 2 months of bank statements, and they're gonna see that the money was in your account. So, if somebody has the money for 2 months, it's safe to say that the money's not borrowed, because there would be some type of, after 2 months, whoever lent the money would probably, record something somewhere, or, if it's any type of, illegal money, it wouldn't be in your account for 2 months. That's the basic understanding the banks use, that 2 months, gives them assurance that this money is good money. So the bank's going to look at your bank statements. Now, if you had any large deposits, a large deposit is more than half of your monthly income. If your monthly income, based on the calculations that the bank makes when they're qualifying you, is, say, $8,000, if you make a deposit of more than $4,000, they're going to ask you, where does that money come from? And you're going to have to show them where that money comes from. Otherwise, they're going to disqualify that money from any money being used towards the transaction. So the bank's going to ask for 2 months of bank statements. They're going to analyze the transactions into the account. Any deposit more than half of your monthly income is going to be questioned, and you're going to have to show them with documentation. Everything with banks goes with documentation. This is not, not applying for a credit card. Everything has to be documented. You have to be able to show them where you got that money, where it's coming from, and it has to be, a good reason and a good source.